afterwards. You get pizza. Okay. I'm Sofie. I'm a DMI student, and I am really excited to show you my work. Okay. My thesis investigates the power relationships between us, you and me, as users, both producers and consumers of data, and the devices that facilitate those interactions, like the smartphone. So both of these projects, this mobile music box and these prints, sort of just approach this relationship. This piece is like it's a theremin-like music box, which is a response to the ubiquity of our personal computing devices and their constant buzzing and beeping as they vie for our attention. This instrument, as you walk in, or later you can hear it, it's constantly going to sort of intrigue you. And so how this actually works is that there are 4 little magic finger holes, and each hole is mapped to a different ringtone. Yes, magic finger holes. We have AT&T, Nokia, T-Mobile, and the iPhone, and I tuned the instrument, or Fred, by the way, I can't talk about this without talking about Fred, but Fred taught me how to tune the instrument so that as you move your hand up and down, you adjust the speed of those cell phone rings. So when you're at full, quickly down, they're going full speed. So my hope is that when you play this instrument, you sort of by manipulating the nagging cell phone ringtones, you can sort of reclaim them and hear them maybe as music. And then these prints are newer. They investigate various languages of visual representations, from perspective drawing to the photograph, to the internet meme, to the Twitter feed. How do all these languages communicate to us? So I've been recently more interested in the sort of exploitative nature of the data that we produce, how it gets used. We're these users, but then it gets used, so we become users. And so I was sort of thinking about these prints as looking at what kind of illusions our new languages sort of create. So the way this is a sort of conceptual leap, but the way this perspective drawing of the stool alludes to space, but sort of, and in doing so hides its flatness. Can we say the Twitter feed, what does it allude to? Does it allude to meaning? What does it hide? Does it allude to nothingness that's constantly changing? So these were my investigations of that. So that's it.
There was this meme for a while on the internet based on Twitter, which was a horse Twitter. And it would tweet every single thing that related to books, just related to horses. And it became a very popular thing because people thought that it was a machine poetry-like thing.
Yeah.
But then the internet became very disappointed to knowing that it was a BuzzFeed guy writing this stuff.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about that disappointment of us knowing that it was a person doing it rather than a machine?
I think it's expected that we would be disappointed. I think that we see a lot of sort of mixed feelings toward this technology, a lot of aversion, a lot of public aversion, but also a lot of expectations. And I think that that's all sort of consequence of shifting, this big sort of technological shift that's happening, where we will be speaking different languages. And I personally, I'm sort of like a old-fashioned modernist. I'm not excited about the new languages, but they're not like the new cigarette. They're not going anywhere. I don't know. Anyway, sorry. We're not going to be banned. I mean, no one's going to ban a smartphone.
What do you mean by new languages then?
So instead of, I think that brevity is a language. I think that like the visuals that are created by the text are languages. So it's like, that's sort of what I mean, the dynamicness of the way we communicate. I mean, or I don't make sense.
What was it that you said about the new cigarette? Is it going somewhere?
Well, we banned cigarettes. We don't, but I do not think that's going to happen with mobility. I think that with our connectedness, with our mobile connectedness, sorry, that we hear a lot of public aversion. We hear, so it's
But we already
not.
have in a similar way, haven't we? I mean, cigarettes aren't illegal, but you can't smoke inside. Cell phones aren't illegal, but there's plenty of places with signs where you can't use them. Inside, it's predominantly. It's actually pretty similar in a lot of ways.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
There
I
are,
think that
though.
there are a lot of places, but I would say
The clear connection to cancer hasn't been proven yet.
yeah, I don't think it's at the same level. Like cigarettes are on their way out. I mean, in our, I think so. Anyway, but I don't think, you'll get told to put your cell phone away at the Gardner or the MFA, but in the Boston Public Library, people have their cell phones out. People are on the internet all the time. They're always connected. First thing they do in the morning, last thing they do before they go to bed. People used to smoke like that. Less and less. People and my friends, or the family, it's like they keep no more smoking inside. So
I think it's good that you notice that you're an old-fashioned modernist because you're wanting to make comments about Twitter and these technologies through printmaking.
yeah.
So you're kind of like not wanting to even think about the stuff in the native language of Twitter because you'd rather work with these other forms that you were really attracted to because you love making beautiful prints.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a stretch to like put that comment back into this other thing, which is all about electronic technology. I just want to ask the front of that, it says, please look.
Yeah.
It's hinged, like I should open it, but I can't open it.
You should be able to open it. Or you can't open it.
Yes,
You can't open it.
am I supposed to be able to open it?
You are supposed to be able to open it, but the look was
You should give me a handle.
the look was reference to just looking in. But yes, I wanted the technology to be really
I need a
available
handle.
to
If
you.
I want me to open that hinged flap, I need a handle.
Actually, Karina had like the best solution to that.
I did?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That whole thing, yeah.
Sophie, we're at time.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Round for the faculty and Lisa Tung, who participated in this as well.